Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I actually don't do these lives here on my personal profile. I usually do them in my private Facebook group called the Visibility Gateway. But something like I was literally inspired this morning, following an aligned action, an aligned download to jump on here and speak about this important, super important topic for all of us entrepreneurs, where nervous system regulation, the process of the nervous system regulation is actually a process of manifestation. And it is something that literally occurred to me a year ago since I began being a trainer in a nervous system regulation modality called silent counseling. And about a couple of years ago, I had an inspired download to add on the foundations of the nervous system regulation to the course curriculum. And I literally didn't understand why. But I follow my gut feelings, I follow the downloads, I follow the inspired actions, and I did it anyway. And like once I think Steve Jobs said that, you can only connect the dots going backwards, you cannot connect the dots going forwards. And it finally made sense to me, like why some of my clients are able to instantly manifest 27 clients for their new programs, why some of my clients who have literally been having therapy for 7 years, trying all various different, healing modalities, EMDR, CBT, EFT, you name it, they've tried it, and they come to a training and within one session, the trauma is gone. Why some of my clients have been having health issues, chronic pains, and, having tried everything, and literally by correcting their attraction factor and their vibrational point through the nervous system regulation, they get those instantaneous manifestations. And I kept asking, like, can you, you speak to the universe, like, can you show me, can you allow me to see like how this happens? I just kept asking and asking and asking. So this is the reason why I'm actually jumping on this Facebook Live to share with you how I am seeing the power of the nervous system regulation, that it's not just about, releasing, healing the trauma. It's not just about changing our emotional state. It's not just about, I think just like, being so focused on the trauma, instead of actually, where is it that I want to go? That's kind of where I see the nervous system regulations. It's actually bringing myself back into alignment with who it is that I truly am. Bringing me back to the remembrance that I am not the trauma, I am not the situations that happened to me, I am not the conditioning that I experienced throughout my whole life, I am not the situations, I am not what the people tell me that I am, okay? How I see my training and my teachings, it's always coming back to realignment with who I truly am. And it's funny, guys, like 5 years ago when I started my business, I had a download, and one word that I just heard was realign. So what do you mean to realign? And today 90% of that download came in again, and it made me realize, like, that's exactly what I'm helping clients do. If you're new to my profile, I am Joanna Chonsa, and I am a visibility coach, and my passion is to help holistic entrepreneurs, coaches, healers, practitioners, and other business owners amplify their attraction factor and their vibrational point of attraction, so that they can intuitively build their businesses, they can scale their business in a sustainable and aligned way that actually feels good to their body, feels good to their nervous system, so that they can create that amazing impact and be able to stand out so their clients can find them. And it all really comes down to that vibrational attraction point that you are as a business owner. You may have heard the word magnetic, but many people actually don't understand what it truly means to be magnetic. So in today's life, I'm actually also going to share my 2 cents about what I truly believe is to be a magnetic business owner. But what I want to start with is how I am personally not a fan of talking about blocks, removing your blocks, healing your blocks, you know, healing your financial blocks, healing even your visibility blocks, or any blocks of any substance. I choose to look at it as more of a resistance to accepting our highest vibration, our highest truth, our highest self, and bringing that energy into the now. And in the world of manifestation, you know, you've probably heard that if you want to manifest something, you need to act as if the person that already has your dreams, goals, and desires. And many people go, well, if I had known how to be, I would have manifested those things now. So therefore, not being where we want to be automatically creates not only this mental resistance, but it also creates this feeling and an emotional resistance where we constantly look at the 3D reality and we repeat to ourselves, well, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, this is how I'm feeling, these are the results that I'm seeing, these are the results that I'm getting, etc., etc., etc. And the more we focus on what is, the less we get of what we truly desire. So how do you revert that? How do you revert that process to be a powerful creator, be a powerful manifester? Because guess what? You've been manifesting all your life. The fancy schmancy word of manifesting that is used in the personal development has probably been being like misused and misled and misinterpreted, but we actually manifest 24/7 with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our actions, with our behavior. We constantly manifest. Manifestation is nothing but literally like a result. It's an end point to what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you're doing on a daily basis, okay? So in order to become that conscious manifester, where most people believe like, I am at the result, not at the result, I am at the effect of the 3D world, I am at the effect of other people, I am at the effect of the circumstances, and I've literally forgotten that I am the creator of my own life, that I can become a conscious manifester, that as long as I know how to do this, and the process is actually very, very simple, very, very easy. And what I've come across myself personally in the personal development, on my personal development journey, have been techniques that made it overcomplicated. And when something is overcomplicated, my mind automatically goes into overwhelm and I panic. I'm like, I really don't understand how this is happening. Okay, so I'm just gonna ditch it. So I want to share with you a much simpler way of how you can, number one, start becoming a much more regulated human being where you are not reactive, you are not reacting to the circumstances constantly, but you become a responsive human being. You respond to the situations in an empowered way, remembering I am the creator, I'm the conscious creator of my own life. So the reason why I actually shared the title of this video, that nervous system regulation equals manifestation process. And I'm going to share with you like how those steps literally mirror each other. And when I learned this, I literally went, holy shit. Why weren't we taught that before? Why is this information misinterpreted, made so complicated, where in fact, the process can be so easy and can be instantaneous. And all it really takes is that conscious, regular practice of learning how to be in a different vibrational state long enough for those dreams and desires, whether that's more money in your business, whether that's more clients in your business, whether that is better health, whether that's attracting a partner, whatever that your desire is, that desire can become an instant manifestation. Okay, so what does a manifestation process look like? It's very simple, 3 steps, 3 to 4 steps, depending, who's teaching you're following. But step number 1 is ask, what is it that you want? And here's the thing, many people, when you ask people, what do you want? They go like, I don't know what I want. Or they go, well, I'd rather not say what I want because I don't want to get I don't want to get disappointed if that thing doesn't come into my existence. So they go, I'm just going to carry on living my life the way I've been living. Okay. But number one, ask, what is it that you want? Two, the universe responds. The universe responds. The universe always conspires to give you what it is that you desire. We are truly, truly abundant human beings, spiritual beings, eternal beings, and everything that we've ever wanted already exists. The reason why you have your desires is because they already exist. Your job is to align yourself with your thoughts, with your frequencies, with your vibrations, with your behaviors, with your actions, for that thing to come into your existence, okay? For that thing to manifest itself into your existence, okay? Number three, you get into that receptive state, which is becoming a vibrational match to the thing that you're calling in. And here is where a lot of people go like, how do I do that? How do I do that? The fastest way is to think or imagine and feel as if that thing is already with you, even though in the 3D reality it isn't. And that is the hardest thing for human beings to practice long enough, have faith and trust and believe that it's possible, right? That it's possible for them to receive what it is that they truly desire. But because majority of people focus on what isn't in their current reality, where does their focus go? It goes on to not having the thing. I've been manifesting, I've been affirming, I've been getting myself into alignment, and it's not there yet, it's not there yet, it's not there yet. Guess what you're creating more of? You're actually creating more of not having the thing. So this is where the nervous system regulation comes in handy, because when we are in the vibration, I am not there yet, I am not there yet, shit, I have to pay my bill, I have to pay my bill, and the money's in here, well, fuck, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do? This creates a stress response in our body. This puts us into either fight or flight or the fawn response. And when we are in that response, what happens? We contract. Our energetic field contracts. And that vibration basically speaks to the thing that we truly want to have experience in our reality as, that's not a match. That's not a match. I'm not coming in. I'm just going to I'm just going to wait here. Like that thing is already somewhere in your vibrational orbit, call it vibrational field. But because you're like, it's not here yet, it's not here yet. Oh, fuck, it's not here yet. It can't come in. We live in a universe that is based on vibrations, energy, right? And if that vibration isn't congruent, this is not going to happen. So here's how the nervous system regulation literally mirrors the manifestation process. Number one, what is it that I want? And with the nervous system regulation, often what happens is that you actually start asking yourself, how do I want to feel? Okay, if you're experiencing maybe stress, if you're experiencing anxiety, if you're experiencing lack of money, if you're experiencing, shortage of client, inconsistent sales, inconsistent clients, etc., you're focusing on the inconsistency. And the first step is, okay, what do I want instead? Well, I desire more income in my life. I desire more health in my life. I desire more clients in my life. I desire more freedom, etc., okay? Right? The first step is exactly the same. What do you want? Then the universe responds. And the universe goes and scans your vibrations, scans your emotions, scans your thoughts. Now, your job is to become aware. Okay, how am I feeling? Are my thoughts, is what I'm thinking in alignment to what it is that I'm trying to call in? And one of the most unhelpful things that I have heard in the personal development world is some practitioners say, well, you are not your thoughts. Whether that's true or not, that's actually quite detrimental, because we're still thinking those thoughts. Like there's a part of us, if we're thinking good thoughts, what that truly means is that you're actually in higher alignment to your natural true, like your natural well-being, your natural higher state. But if you're not feeling good, that means you're actually further away from that natural state. So when somebody says, well, you are not your thoughts, yeah, that's partially true and it isn't. But how I choose to see it in a much more empowering way is, okay, is what I'm actually thinking making me feel good or making me feel bad? And if I'm noticing that it's making me feel good, I'm actually going to focus on thinking that same thought over and over again and give it as much focus as possible. But here's the thing, what most people do, especially if they are in the stressed, the fight or flight, chronic stress mode, is it's their physiology is affecting what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what actions they're taking, and then the results that they're getting. And here's what most people try to do. Let me try a different strategy. Let me try working with a different coach. Maybe he or she will know better what it is that I need to do in my business to get to my next level of income. Maybe that person will tell me the exact steps that I need to do instead of who I need to be, what vibrational state I need to be in order to receive the desires that I truly, truly want. They literally give all of their power away to the coach, to the coaches, to the healers, to other people for them to be their creators of their business or their life. And not that I am condemning this, because look, I am a business coach myself as well. But here's the purpose of what I teach. The reason that I am sharing this with you right now, and the reason that I teach nervous system regulation through the silent counseling training, is for you to come back to the remembering that you are the creator of your own life. That as long as you have the tools, the right tools, that will help you manifest anything that you desire, and that you practice being in the regulated instead of stressed as fuck state, then it's much easier for you to, for you to be your own creator without relying constantly on, looking for help. Again, not that there's anything wrong with looking for help, but knowing this has been the biggest game changer of my health, my life, my relationships, and my business. Knowing that actually it is me who's generating the results that I'm getting in my life. And if there is something that I am not enjoying in my life right now, that I'm giving a focus, this is not exactly what it is that I desire, I take the full responsibility, 100% full responsibility to say, okay, if I am not in alignment with what's happening right now and I'm feeling, icky about what it is that is present in my life, then I can change the point of attraction by changing my thoughts, by changing how I feel, by getting very present with my, how I'm feeling nervous system, practicing what we call in a nervous system world, interoception, becoming so conscious, okay, how am I breathing? Guys, 90% of people in the world don't even fucking breathe properly. Right? We are in a chronic fight or flight state, trying and fighting to get more money, trying and fighting to get more clients, instead of becoming magnetic, instead of becoming a match, instead of consciously being like, okay, where is it? Which is third step of the nervous system regulation, getting ourselves into the receptive state, regulating ourselves, moving ourselves from the anxious, guilt-filled or shame-filled or fear-filled environment, and remembering that by having the right tools, breathing, correcting the flow of energy in our body, we can adjust that energetic state literally in as quickly as few minutes. Can you see how the process of nervous system regulation and manifestation is actually exactly the same? And how it's through the regulation we can actually allow ourselves to receive more and more and more and more and more. And let me just say one very important thing, because it's not about being chilled as F. It's not about being never being stressed. It's not about just being kumbaya all the time. It's about practicing this window of neutrality, expanding the window of tolerance, where if, let's say, a similar stressor appears in your life, okay, maybe not having enough money to pay your bills, clients defaulting on payments, clients saying, no, now is not the right time, your, partner pissing you off, or something happening that immediately creates the reaction. Guess what reaction is? It's reacting of the same pattern. Whenever we react, we just unconsciously repeat that same pattern. Why? Because it's driven by the same autonomic nervous system response, which is literally like an autopilot unless we consciously correct it. Then it's driven by the same thoughts that we've been thinking that literally have created grooves in our brain and those neural pathways that then make us think and feel a certain way, which then makes us behave and act and get those exact same results in our life. Is that starting to make sense, guys? Hi, Magda. This to me, guys, has been the biggest game changer of my entire business, in how I serve my clients, in how I serve them, in allowing them to actually experience those instant manifestations. And what was so amazing in this process was to, continuously ask these questions like, how is that possible that somebody can go from not knowing how they're going to pay their bill, to literally within 24 hours jump on a Facebook Live, no longer feeling scared of being visible, and generate 11 new clients, over $1,000 in 24 hours? Instant manifestation. Why? Because we've realigned the thinking, the feeling, the emotional set point, and now her goal of reaching, oh my gosh, it would be amazing if I could have $1,000 in my bank account by, tomorrow to pay my bills. She became an instant match for that money to come in. How is it possible that somebody, like I said, who's been having 7 years of talking therapy, unsuccessful talking therapy, wasting thousands, hundreds and thousands of pounds talking, which basically is helpful to a certain extent, comes and has a breakthrough in one session and is able to release self-sabotage completely, instantaneously? How is it that people who have chronic pain that come to work with me, they've spoken with various different doctors who have either gave them, really strong medication and were told that you have to take this for the rest of your life, come to the training, work around changing their vibrational point, their energy, their thoughts, their feelings, and can be free of that pain that same very day. It's not miracles. These are the foundations of nervous system regulation, which then manifests the exact desire. Why did it happen? Number one, those people knew exactly what they wanted. They wanted to have more money, more clients, be free of pain, be free of self-sabotage. They've defined what they wanted. Next step, we realigned their energy. We corrected the of how they were vibrationally. We invited new thoughts, and they instantly became a match for that thing to happen. Okay? This is honestly one of the most powerful tools in, I'm actually thinking like, how long have I been doing personal development? Probably over 20 years. It's the most powerful thing I have ever come across. And I've been teaching this for the last 4 years. And the changes that my clients have gone through and continuously go through allow them to have these instant manifestations, because once you understand the process, once you understand the foundations of actually, like sometimes people are like, but I want to understand why, which is cool. That's their logical mind speaking. But many people ask me like, why is it called silent counseling? Here's the thing. The more, and I'm not here bashing any other modalities, guys. I'm not that kind of a person. It's just I found what really works for me. And I found, and my clients found what works for them as well. But I realized through looking at the scientific data and actual processes of what happens when you talk about something is you spend a lot of time here analyzing, giving your focus to what it is that you actually don't want. So the more you talk about the trauma, the more you talk about what happened to you, the more you talk about how clients are not signing up, the more you talk about how painful it was. Again, not that there's anything wrong with this, guys, right? We have to acknowledge, like, it's happened to us, but there has to be a fine line in the sand where you are just no longer available to carry on repeating that same story over and over and over again. Because if you do, the law of attraction and all the laws of the universe will literally, like, you can't fight them. You're just going to recreate exactly the same thing. Why? Because you're giving your focus to it. So the reason why this modality is called silent is because all the work is actually done in the subconscious. It's done through the body. It's about finding the exact root cause of what's causing this repetitive pattern of inconsistent money, inconsistent clients, frustration, anxiety, rejection, blah, 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 showing up in your life. Because this is just a symptom. But the true root cause is often down to a certain story, a certain reaction pattern that your nervous system has created. Something that logically and consciously, you're just not aware of. And if you're not aware of it consciously, you can talk all about this all day long, all night. You're not going to shift that. You actually have to go into the body and literally, like, speak to the body and say, okay, show me, what is it that's causing these patterns to show up in my life? And when you know how to actually find the answers in the body, and this is what I teach in the silent counseling training, you get to identify the exact root cause and the exact pathway that's creating the emotional reactivity pathway that's creating this pattern to manifest in your life. And you consciously get to now change that, reframe that, recalibrate that into an empowered state of being, into an empowered state of your nervous system where you are no longer in stress response or fault response, that you actually come to this window of neutrality and what I often call a state of like bliss, where you are just so neutral about the situation. Let's say you look at the event from the past or the current event and you're just like, there's actually no emotional charge to it. Like, yeah, it's here, but I know that what I don't want that, I actually want this instead. And when this is like, if you take anything away from this life, this is the thing. If you can change your emotional point of attraction consciously and move your focus away from giving your emotions and thoughts to what you don't want, to be free of that pattern. Literally, you break that connection. You're no longer reactive to that story or to this situation, and you move your focus to, this is what I desire, and you consciously align your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and stay in this state as long as possible until it becomes your natural state. Boom. Instant manifestation happens. If you remember one thing, this is the thing. This is the secret. I've just saved you 12 quid. I've just saved you 12 quid. This is the secret. Hi, Rhubarb. So if you learn how to do this, guys, you literally become the master, not only of the nervous system regulation, you become the master of manifestation. And you can, let's call it, bend your own reality. You can consciously say, this is what I desire. I know how to fine-tune my energy. I know how to fine-tune my frequency. Boom, the thing that you desire comes into your existence. Why? Because you are no longer offering any resistance to receiving that thing. It's not about healing any blocks. It's not about removing any blocks. It's about noticing, where is it that I'm actually resisting receiving the thing? Which frequency in my body is resisting the thing? Correcting that frequency, keeping it for as long as possible until you get it and you go, thank you so much. Okay? So if you're ready to learn this, you're like, oh my gosh, like this sounds like exactly what I've been looking for, or a missing piece in your own personal life or maybe in your business, because this not only gets to help you on a personal level, how to become that conscious manifester, but also as a coach, as a healer, as a therapist, as a business owner, when you can learn how to be in that, I don't want to say high attraction, because it's not about being positive all the time. This is about just consciously being in that neutral, expansive state where you are not contracting yourself, you're not resisting receiving what you want. You just know how to masterfully create what it is that you desire and help your clients do the same. Then I would love to invite you to my 2-day live online silent counseling training, which is happening on the 1st and the 2nd of May. It is all done online, and during those 2 days, you will learn the exact technique behind everything that I've explained in this video. You will learn how to not only practice this conscious nervous system regulation so that you can move yourself away from the trauma, from the chronic diseases, from resistance, from lack of abundance, lack of happiness, lack of money, lack of freedom, to a space where anything that you desire, you know how to consciously manifest in your life through your being. Because it's not about the doing. Who you are being is what manifests in your current reality. And when you can consciously learn how to constantly realign to the highest expression of your being, to your highest truth, that's when you become magnetic as a business owner, as a person, as a human being. And you can also help your clients do the same. This is one of the most powerful modalities I have ever learned. And I've learned so many modalities. And I'm not here to, to say any negative stuff about anything else. But to me, that was the missing piece. Because yes, I was doing a lot of mindset work, but my body was still in a constant resistance. When I merged the two, fireworks. They're happening not only for me, they're happening for my clients on a daily basis. So if you are ready to learn this, drop me a private message and I will share more information with you about the investment and how the training looks, what's involved, what you're going to get away from it. But the one most important message, if you are ready to become a conscious creator and manifestor of your own life, you need to learn 2 things. Actually, 1 thing, because there is exactly the same. How to regulate yourself, how to stay regulated so that you are no longer resisting the thing that you want to receive, and practice being in that state 24/7. Okay, I have so much more to say, but I want to keep this live short. So I'm probably going to come back into my personal profile a lot more regularly, because this is the thing that a lot of business owners are missing. Okay. If what is happening in your life currently right now that you're not enjoying, that just simply means you are resisting receiving the thing that you truly desire, and your focus is going towards what I don't want instead of what you do want and how to become that match for it. Okay. So if you're interested finding out more information about the silent counseling training, 2 days on the 1st and 2nd of May, online, virtually, drop me a DM and we can have a chat. Okay. I am so happy that I did this. Like, I literally just follow an inspired action, and I know through doing this live, I'm connecting with so many new faces on my profile, and I will be back because I'm on a mission to share this with a lot more people. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.